Hustlers Digest podcast, powered by the Lab Indy. I'm your boy Blue the Hundun. Today we got Jeremiah Graves.
What's up?
Going
What's
on
up?
with
What's
you, man?
up? Not much, man. I'm chilling.
Man, so Indianapolis on, man. Where you from out here?
From the West Side, Indy. I've been here for a little bit. you
Okay.
know. I'm originally from the Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But I've been going back and forth.
How early did you come to Indianapolis?
We kept coming back when I was younger, so I say probably like when I came here, I probably was like maybe like 2.
You said kept coming back, like they kept leaving.
Yeah, we kept leaving. We moved to Indy, moved to Detroit, moved to Indy, moved to Detroit.
So did you do your middle school and high school years in Indianapolis or
Yeah,
both?
I did. I did my middle school and high school years here.
Okay. What high school and middle school did you go to out here?
I went middle school. Shit, I went to hella middle schools. I was being bad. Northview, and then my mama shipped me to a uniform school, IMSA.
Okay, that's where you graduated from?
No, I graduated from Providence Christian. It's in Hallville. It's like first of all, it's a Catholic high school in the middle of Hallville.
You said what's it called?
It's Providence Cristo Rey.
Providence. So it's a Catholic school,
It's a Catholic high school,
but majority black kids?
it's majority black kids and Hispanic kids. Complete
Well, it's a
minorities.
Catholic school.
It's a Catholic school.
I'm just gonna take a guess. You're not a Catholic.
No, that's not why I
How
was there.
did, no. So how did that work for you? Like, how did that turn out?
I mean, I don't know. 'Cause being there, they like to force a lot of shit on you there, but I mean, they also sometimes they let you kind of figure it out as well. It's just certain stuff like you have to have mass like once a month, and
Okay.
we
So-
would stand in there and be sleep. That's what we was doing.
So just with that, I kind of wanted to get just the background. So how soon did you start recording music? Were you recording music in your high school days or?
Nah, in high school, my friends tried to get me to do music, but I really wasn't thinking about it. I probably started doing music probably in 2020.
Let me make this question better because when I ask people this is what I really mean. It's a difference between when did you start recording music and when did you start making music?
Oh, recording it? Yeah.
Because, like, for instance, it's a lot of people who ain't never recorded a song singing, but probably everybody in their house know they can sing. So, like, when did you realize, like, hey, I might be kind of dope with this rap shit? Like,
Probably recently. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it,
okay.
it took me a little minute to realize because like when you first start off, you don't really know.
Mhm.
Like when you first start off recording or you first start off doing it, sometimes you be a little nervous of what other people's reactions is gonna be. So it took me a
Sure.
little minute. It took me a couple shows to kind of get the feel. I'm like, damn, I might be nice. Or hearing other people talk about me whenever I start.
see, that's not even what I mean. Like, even with the self reflect, like, when was it that you were in the crib and you like, man, I'm finna rap over this beat? Like, did you just have a conscious decision to be like, I'm finna try to rap, or is just some shit that you just start doing?
I had a conscious decision because I wanted to give it a shot. For me, it was about I wanted to see if I could do it. Everybody had been telling me, when I got to college, my friends, he had a studio in his dorm.
Okay.
So that's the only reason I was in there. That's how I started.
So would you credit that to kind of influence
Yeah.
you to like, man, let me try around in school, like writing and stuff? Was that a passion for you?
Writing, nah, it did come easy though. It wasn't a passion. It wasn't until I started rapping that writing became a little easier. Like I wasn't really good at writing papers or anything like that, but I can set up some bars or
I'm
some
asking
lines
I'm
and
asking
shit.
them questions because listening to your music, like the climate of how music is now, you're more what I would call a lyrical artist. It's not just random shit put together. Everything from what I can take from the music coincides and makes sense. So if I didn't know you or had never met you at all and I heard your music, off the rip, I would think like, this nigga probably write a good essay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's why I asked that. But speaking of the college, what college did you go to?
I went to IU, Bloomington.
You say went.
Went, yeah, past tense. Had to. I tried. I'm trying this shit. So
So
see what the fuck happens.
this was your first year taking a break?
Yeah, this is my first full year taking a break and me trying music.
Pros and cons of college and pursuing a music career. I want to go with the pros first.
Pros, I feel a lot. Your mentality when you doing stuff that you want to do, your mentality is completely different. Like you willing to work 10 times as hard as you did. Like when it comes to being here and finally getting to it, you just enjoy it a lot more than you would in college. Like if you're not in college doing something that you genuinely want to do, because most people are not there because they want to be there.
Facts.
They there because they parents or they feel influenced by their family
Or just society tell you that, hey, you need to go to college.
yeah. And most people don't want to go.
I will say this. Would it be in 2020 let's take it from 1993 to 2023. Big difference. It used to be, hey, look, you got to go to college or you ain't going to be shit in life. we done seen so many people like build things from the ground up that I know some people that didn't even graduate high school that might not be millionaires, but they successful businessmen
Right.
and women. So like it's so many we see so many different variables from people that I feel like your age group and the kids that are even in high school, I don't feel like college is the main thing. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm a firm believer that I feel like higher education, however you got to get that.
Right.
Because sometimes that might not be college. I know people that get right out of high school and go get an apprenticeship doing certain things that might benefit them more.
Right.
And I
Or
just
get
feel
some
like
skills.
getting your knowledge and what you trying to do. The biggest thing you just said, like I feel like the younger you are and you figure out what you want to do and have a passion for and you build for that. If you want to be a photographer in high school, start trying to do some photography stuff.
Right.
If you wanna rap, hey, take some writing classes. Start trying to figure out studio stuff when you're in high school. So by the time you get out of high school, if you're not gonna go to college and not do anything, you still have some type of path that you want to go towards. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
like,
Stay planned and calculated. That's really what I think it's about. Like you said, in high school, like if I had started in high school, I'd probably be further than I am right now.
true, but you can't say that because you didn't even start in high school.
Yeah.
You said you weren't even thinking about it. So like, from you being you stopped going to school. What year were you in college?
Last year.
I'm saying like, what were you, a sophomore?
Oh yeah, I was a sophomore. This was gonna be my junior year.
So 2 years in college, you know, you feel like you got the ball rolling with your music career these last 2 years?
I feel like the first year and a half was about getting my pen together. You know what I'm saying? That's what all that was about. So I didn't really tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I was just writing on my own, trying to see if I could.
I'm still trying to. I wanna elaborate on the pros of the college. I just got to do it. So, what you saying? You started your music in college.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if you didn't go to college, you would have still pursued music?
I wouldn't have done music if I didn't go to college.
So that's probably a big pro, right?
Yeah, that is a pro.
You probably met people outside of where you were.
Who
from,
I met is a
so-
big pro. Who I met networking. Who I met was a big pro because I wouldn't have been able to see a studio if it wasn't for who I met.
So even with you being out of college now, where would you consider your core fans to be?
Or what I considered them to be. Probably, I feel like I built like a decent one. You talking about where as far as like city wise? Yeah, I think I probably more. It's kind of tied if you ask me between here and Bloomington.
Right.
I mean, I go back and forth to both. Like I go to Bloomington to do shows. I'll do stuff here. You know, so I would say they both kind of go hand in hand. That's kind of like
I say that because this what I feel. I feel like you got. I don't want to say that like college isn't the real world, but you have like that campus environment.
Yep.
It's a big difference between if you go to a party in the middle of Indianapolis to if you go to a party on IU campus,
Very
or you
different.
go to a party on anywhere, Ball State, any school campus. It's just a different environment. I feel like if you look for it, even if you want to build it, like I know somebody that at the University of Illinois actually helped build the African American Club, which put on the Cotton Clubs and so many different avenues for hip hop artists that, you know, still to this day they still it helps them build their brand. And I just feel like college, for anybody trying to do anything outside of music, you're meeting people from all over the world, all in one space. And it don't matter if you rich, if you broke, y'all all right here. It's kind of like, in a sense, it's like boot camp for the world, a little bit. Like, but in another sense, it's like prison. But I ain't gonna go there. But so it's like either way, you can make out of it what you want to make out of it. So as far as the cons, I'm sure you got a lot. That's why you're not there. But as far as the cons of pursuing your music career in college, what would you say those were?
The con was I was held back. You couldn't. I couldn't do both.
sure.
Despite what everybody say, you know, they'll tell you can do both. But for me, I was a bio major. I don't have time for music. I got chemistry.
What was your major?
Biology. I don't have time for nothing else.
So in your mind, what was your job gonna be after you got your degree?
I was
gonna be a
doing marine biology.
Oh, okay.
So I was headed towards that side of things.
And
But
that's not nothing you really was interested in doing.
I was interested in doing it, but I lost interest once I started going through all the classes and stuff like that. Because we came in during COVID. I
Right.
ain't gonna lie, COVID fucked a lot of stuff up freshman year. They kind of fucked a lot of people's motivation.
Damn, was you part of that class? Didn't get to have
I'm
a graduation
class of
from high school?
I'm class of 2020.
So you didn't have no high school
No
graduation?
high school
prom, nothing?
graduation, no prom, no skip day, none of that shit.
Oh yeah, I see why you saying fuck school. You ended off wrong.
Our second semester of our senior year, that shit was cut in February. We didn't
Damn.
get to do none of that shit. No, and we came in our freshman year. We came into quarantine dorms and shit at IU and
So
shit.
you was
like,
off back, no classes, no in person classes.
no, we was all on Zoom the whole time. So you was waking up, rolling over, turning on your teacher. Nigga.
Oh yeah, see that's crazy.
Doing no work. I'm not gonna lie.
So that whole year, you never physically met your teachers.
Nah.
See, that kind of fucked you up. Then you
Yeah.
got a bad start because I feel like the relationship with the teachers, especially in college, you got to build that because you can go to college and be one of 1,000, and it's not high school. They're not giving a fuck about if you're there or not. Or you can be the person that go speak to them and let yourself be known and build that relationship. So, yeah, that kind of you got robbed of that.
Yeah, definitely start, and it made it even worse because in college you got foreign teachers.
That's
so when they accent is not clear,
yeah,
and you're over Zoom or over the computer, you got to ask them 5, 6, 7 times.
And no racial shit, but what you majoring in, 9 times out of 10, a lot of the people teaching you about that probably wasn't black or white. No, yeah,
it was a Russian teacher,
right?
Russian teachers and shit.
Yeah. Nah, that's fucked up. So, have you 100% made your mind up? Like, I'm done with school, or you just kind of right now?
I'm done with school for right now. Like
you think you still?
I'll go back later.
Credits.
Yeah, I still got all my credits and shit. I didn't leave on a fucked up note or anything, but I feel like now that I've came back and started doing this shit, I see no reason to stop right now. Maybe a couple years down the future because I care about education. It's just shit that I want to know. It's just stuff that college can teach.
Well, the one good take you could take from the whole quarantine thing is, if it's 4 years from now, you want to take some online classes, you already know how to do that shit pretty good. So
I already know what to expect.
you could be you could get to 32 and never have to go back on campus. Like, man, let me go and get this degree since I got these credits.
We did that shit for a whole fucking year.
Man, so even with right now jumping into the music, are you still heavily implanted into the scene with the music in the campus that you were at?
Yeah, I like to. I kind of use it to, when you first starting to kind of get your fan base, get your foot, and everybody got a different strategy. But for me, my strategy was starting there in the indie because I had already been there. I know a ton of people.
Right.
Like I can give venues. I know Greek people. I know, I know a whole bunch of people who can get me opportunities there. So starting there and then kind of branching out into indie and kind of how I got here, kind of figuring it out in indie. And
how was like the climate of the shows there? Like as far as like, I know you've done shows in indie and shows there. Not to say one over the other, but what would you say the difference was? Like even just with the response to your music.
I would say in college or in Bloomington, when you do a show, they real hype. They responsive as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, they responsive. And here is more intimate. Like it's a little the setting feels a little bit different. Like there you could probably they're not really listening. I feel like they ain't really listening. Like they hear a good beat and then they just kind of go along with it. Like when I watch the videos from my show, I'm watching them and I'm seeing how they react. And they not really.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I feel like like I said earlier, I feel like the college kids is so much of like a openness to what's going on that shit, we gonna make this. They having a cipher. This cipher finna turn into a party. It's lit.
Yep.
When you in the city and these niggas on stage, when is they finna get the fuck off the stage so we could party? So
I had somebody be like, "So when are they gonna get off the stage?" I don't fucking know.
And the other thing, this is a good platform to say this. Artists, when you go into these situations, showcases where other artists performing, if you know them or not, man, don't do your set and just leave. Even if you don't support the music and what's going on, think about how you feel when you're on that stage and other artists just perform and they don't even watch you. They just slide. Like y'all all in the same boat if y'all doing the same shows. Like y'all setting the tone for the crowd. If they see let's say it's 12 people on the show and each person bring 5 people with them and y'all stay for the whole show, that's still a decent amount of people to be in a showcase right there. So it's like y'all setting the tone. Like I tell artists all the time when we do showcase, hey man, I feel like you and your people, y'all should be the ones in the front because not only are you building that rapport with the other artists, but you kind of just like it's all about showing the other people what's going on. Like the people on the outside that have no interest for, like per se about what's going on. They see the other artists like, man, I ain't fucking with dude. I'm finna go and get up out of here. I just got done. They gonna kind of be like, what if they took a liking to you? And now they like, man, I don't fuck with him. So regardless of what's going on, even if I don't like it, I might just stand there and look. I might be thinking in my head like, damn, this shit sucks. But I'm gonna see how far this shit gonna go. Maybe it might get better. This nigga might do a flip or something real quick. Like I don't know, but Yeah, I hate when artists do that. Like, I don't know. So as far as like with the like back to still to the shows, because I'm big on trying to get people's perspective on how the shows go. How do you feel like? Do you see a lot of that, or do you feel like a lot of artists who don't know you still support you? Like I've seen you support other artists that I know for a fact you don't know at all. Like I've seen us post videos on the lab page, and you be right there in the comments telling people that they dope. Do you feel like artists have like a problem complimenting other artists?
Yeah, the 100%. It's not. We don't feel together. We're not really together. You know, we don't support each other without expecting something back.
No,
I
for sure.
don't have to expect nothing. Like
Yeah.
you dope, nigga, and I'ma show whoever. Even if I have a
Facts.
fan base, nigga, you dope, and I'ma show them.
I
that,
feel
'cause
like
they
people
deserve
think
that.
it's gonna take something away from them as an artist, like being a fan of another artist.
Right.
Like it's not at all. Like this shit really like I hate the fact that people think this shit a competition because it's not. It can't be a competition to some shit that neither one of us possibly could reach.
Right.
It's really just niggas doing what they doing. It's not an issue to be like, man, you dope, bro. Even if you just saying that shit, it ain't got to be a post. It ain't got to. The shit that I respect more is when a person come up to me and be like, hey, bro, I fuck with what you got going on, bro.
Right.
More than when it's them tagging me in something. Because sometimes that tagging, that shit really ain't even for me.
Right.
You might like the motion that I got going on and you trying to get involved into it. That face to face, hey man, I appreciate that's dope what you doing. That shit you just put out was blah blah blah. Like that's why I'm real big on like for sure. Like I don't got no problem telling somebody that's something dope. And if you ask me my honest opinion about something, I ain't got problem give you my opinion if I think it's not either, cause you asked. But I ain't telling nobody they suck unless they ask me, and then I'm gonna keep it real.
That's facts. I ain't gonna. I don't know. I wouldn't unless like you said. Unless you ask me,
For
I
sure,
ain't got nothing to say.
Then you asking my opinion. I don't feel like my opinion is gold.
Right.
You know, somebody like everything. It's somebody right now that can tell you every song Soulja Boy done put out. I can't. So
Not after
somebody's listening to that shit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Now we talking about Lil B. We ain't gonna talk about the God, but no. So even with rap, I wanna get so. What year were you born?
2002, man.
Yikes.
20.
So, with you just now getting into not getting into music, but making your own music, who would you say like was your first like big influence to be like, oh yeah, I like this rap shit. Like, who would you consider your? I guess a better question would say, I'm gonna ask you this: what's the top 3 albums that influenced you to be an artist?
That's a good question. Top 3. I would say that influenced me to be an artist. As cliche as it is, 2014 Forest Hill Drive. I'm a huge Cole fan. I appreciate the way he sets up his songs.
That's gonna go into another conversation after this. But go ahead.
All right, I probably already know where you about to go because we already had that conversation. But
this nigga.
yeah, 2014 Forest Hill Drive is just as a body of work. Whenever I listen to it, it just it showed a different side of Cole. It did.
Facts.
Than he showed previously.
That was damn near like his real introduction.
Yeah.
That could have been his first album.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would say, I wouldn't even say that Lil Wayne any of his albums, but just his mixtapes. Period. Those were really because when I would listen to Wayne,
You was born in 2002, so that's a fine answer from you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know no better.
Like I just was listening to it, and for me, I've always appreciated the way people set up lines. That's something I really focused on.
Facts.
The way Cole and Wayne set up their lines.
Facts.
I kind of mimicked that when you listen to.
No, for sure. I can hear that.
You know the way they set it up at a certain part. Like I listen to it over.
I
and
don't
over
want
and
if you rapping before you say it, me to be able to say what you about to say.
over. Right.
I want to be able to be like, damn, okay. If you can trick my brain real quick, I fuck with it.
Yeah, you don't want it to be predictable.
So which Wayne mixtape would you say though? With Wayne, you could say a series if you got to, cause
Okay.
I'm a dedication 3 nigga. Like,
Dedication. I'm not mad at that at all.
oh, bro.
I like No Ceilings a lot.
Okay.
I like No Ceilings.
For sure.
It was just the beats on there, like those beats during my those are the ones I heard most of the time. So when I heard No Ceilings,
Like Wayne didn't never listen to that song again.
yeah, like why would I ever listen to the regular version of this song ever again? He didn't have to do nothing else but rap for 3 minutes.
Who he fuck up the most? Who beat Wayne Take that you damn near don't even know that's their song no more? Because he did it to a few people.
He did do it to a couple people. Let me think. Because once Wayne hit your song, Don't you hear the life?
I feel like Lil Wayne owed Mike Jones a 1. He took that nigga single. Nobody can rap that song to me. Nobody can rap that full Mike Jones song. Turn the beat on right now. Everybody's flicking lighters and rapping Lil Wayne shit.
That's true.
If I was like, he should have hit him with some bread or something like. Because imagine being Mike Jones in the studio, right? He hear that beat. Ooh, it got the Mr. Jones sample. He like, oh, I'm finna go crazy. He drop it. They get a single rollout. Then Lil Wayne do that too. You're done, bro.
Kill your whole momentum.
Even at your shows when you performing that shit, you damn near might as well play Lil Wayne version. The best thing, but I remember back then, I remember him saying the GOAT hopped on my shit. I remember him saying that. That's the best way to play it. Because if he would have been like, you fuck ass nigga, like, man, it would have been a bar, man. A lot of people say that. So, all right, we got Forest Hill Drive, No Ceilings. We're going to just call that the whatever. Yeah. What else? One more.
Give me, I don't want to be. Okay, I'm going to say, Damn by Kendrick. Damn. I didn't catch on to Damn till later. But it was the concepts behind Damn that I appreciated the most.
For sure. Okay. So that brings me into another question. Yeah, Kendrick or Cole, who you taking? Who had a better catalog?
Who got a better catalog?
Yeah. I don't even, because I feel like you can be a better artist and people have better. Okay. I feel like Andre 3000 is a better artist than almost every rapper. But he don't even got an album.
Right.
So when I say a better catalog, it's a big difference. There's people that's better artists than Jay-Z, but there's probably nobody that has a better catalog than Jay-Z. Except for maybe one of them niggas that you just spoke on, but I ain't gonna say who.
Better catalog. Okay, I'm gonna start off by doing this by saying who I think is the better rapper, because we had this conversation.
I know.
J. Cole, hold on with the camera. J. Cole is the better rapper. Do you hear Kendrick can't say the lines that Cole can say. It's just not happening. The only difference between Cole and Kendrick is Kendrick is creatively unlike anybody that has ever walked this earth.
Fact.
That's what everybody is priding him. Fact. But it's difference between his creativity and his bars. He be spitting, but he's not saying the shit that Cole is saying. You can turn on any Cole freestyle. He's gonna say a line and have you thinking about it. You're gonna pause for a second. He's just a better rapper. Catalog wise though, I might go Kendrick. His catalog is, I don't know, the off season and KOD, the last couple runs that Colden had, especially during his older age, it's not a lot of niggas fucking with that.
Kendrick Lamar has top 5 album ever made.
Yes.
Good Kid, Mad City is one of the best albums of any kind of music ever made. I don't think J. Cole has a top 5 hip hop album at all.
Okay, I can give you that.
That's just my personal opinion.
I'm not mad at that. That's Good Kid, Mad City.
I fuck with Cole. I think Jay-Z got an album that's whack. I think Cole got one album that.
What do you think it is?
You the Cole fan. I'm a Cole fan too, but you like every Cole album front to back.
Pretty much.
Every single one. Classic.
Kendrick too.
I didn't say nothing about Kendrick. That's a different whatever. Mm-hmm. Every Cole album front to back is dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, you about to say it.
Nah, I'm gonna stick to it. Nah. I can listen to
I fuck with Cole, man. I fuck with Cole real tough, man. But Cole ain't never made no album with nobody for a reason, man. Yeah. This shit is a sport. And if Cole was to ever make an album with Kendrick like they was about to, a lot of Cole fans would be like, damn.
I would love to see it. I think that's a good, because I feel like it's good to have at least a little bit of competitive nature in the game. You know, but hearing them two together, whether they just trying to make a concept song or they just trying to spit, I would love to see, like, when you on a song with somebody, it opens a different side of you.
Facts.
It's different.
This shit is a sport at the end of the day. So I feel like both of them are trying, unless you like 21 Savage, then you won't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But you'll try to, like, do whatever you want to do. There ain't no knock 21 Savage either.
Yeah.
But he'll tell you that Drake watched them. But yeah. I'm taking Kendrick over Cole any day.
For discography.
Discography.
Rapping, period.
I mean, we can play some of them Kendrick freestyles, bro, and have the same arguments you got for Cole. It's just what you looking for.
Yeah.
I think if we talking like metaphors, bars, Cole gonna wash them.
Yeah.
If we talking just going crazy, come on, man, it's Kendrick.
Flows.
Nobody's fucking with him like
when they switch beats. What was that? Black Friday.
They don't
When
even-
they switch beats.
facts.
Kendrick killed that shit.
man.
Kendrick going crazy on that one. I can't even lie on that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. I fuck with both of them as artists. Definitely both in my top 10.
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
Easy.
But, yeah, so what you got coming up right now music-wise? You got any projects coming out? Any shows coming up?
I'm creating my project right now. I know a lot of people have been. I get a lot of text messages of you ain't doing shit.
You already got a title?
Nah, I'm gonna wait. Nah.
Okay.
I ain't got a title just yet. But I got the track list. It's I'll drop it soon enough. It's gonna show a completely different side that nobody's used to seeing. You know, as starting off, I value versatility.
Nah,
you got to
for
be
real.
able to touch a lot of different beats because I believe any artist can get stuck in a box. You keep doing the same shit, you're gonna be in the fucking box. And it's real hard to escape a box. It's real hard.
Somebody through the grapevine told me that, you know, you're going to get this one lyrical project out, and then you're going to drop a 4-song EP under the name Big Daddy J. It's going to be all twerk music.
They need to stop leaking my plans, man.
Man, we finna get to it one time. He finna get in here and go crazy with a freestyle too, man. We got Jeremiah Graves, Hustlers Digest Podcast, powered by the Lab Indie, man. You know what's going on. You ready to get in this booth?
Let's go.
All right, let's get it.